The first of two of the Amsoil Twin Ports Twin 25s late model features now. This will be the one, as Jerry alluded to earlier, will be the one that counts toward the national points.
Yes, that's correct.
For the late model drivers here tonight. And of course the
25.
The winner of this one will make the draw for the realignment, the invert, I should say, for the second one. $1,500 to win per 25-lap feature. And the driver that has the best average finish between the two features gets a $500 bonus. If that driver happens to sweep both feature wins, that bonus gets doubled to $1,000, so a possible $4,000 to win for 50 laps of hard work here in the Amsoil 4/10 mile here tonight. Here's how the lineup will start. He drew the number 1 spot. He's from Evelyn, Minnesota. The 7 of Harry Hansen. There you see him. 43 years of racing. As Jerry alluded to earlier, mentioned off the air. Hansen out here with an old car, old driving suit, old setup, and an old driver. But he's got the pole. He's alongside of the Hammer from Hermantown, Minnesota. The number 44 is Darrell Nelson. Row 2 to the inside, driving the former Robbie Bunkelman 00 ride. That is David Fierber from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, the yellow number 00, not yet in position. Alongside of him will start the Hall of Famer. There's Fierber, now moving into position. Alongside of him, the Hall of Famer from Cumberland, Wisconsin, the 19 is Steve Larson. Row 3, the blue 71, White Lightning, Todd Gale from Solon Springs, alongside of Jeff Provenzino from Hibbing, who won that heat race earlier against Hansen by just thousandth of a second, the number 28 from Hibbing. Row 4, heat winner earlier is the IOU1 of Brett Larson from Lake Elmo, Minnesota. There you see him in the screen. Alongside of him, other heat winner tonight, Jeff Massengill from Keewatin in the white number 6M. Row 5 to the inside will be the veteran from Duluth, the 11D of Tim McMahon. And he lines up alongside of Hibbing, Minnesota's Chris Wilson in the blue number 18. Row number 6, Bobby Carlson from Hibbing, the 3C to the inside. Robbie Cooper had a nice run in his heat race earlier. The 7C is from South Range, Wisconsin. Row 7 in, Greg Hill, the white and red number 8 from Evelyn. Row 7 out, Kyle Peterland from Hibbing in the 23. Row 9, the UPI of Terry Lillo from Duluth, Minnesota. He lines up alongside Kevin Carlson in the number 79 from Hermantown. Row 9, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada brings you John Topazini in the T23. He lines up alongside Zach Wohlers from Kelly Lake, Minnesota in the 71D. Mark Rose from Elko, Wisconsin, the 28R in white, you see in your screen now, alongside Trevor Wilson, the blue 87 from Superior. Row 11 will be Greg Ferris from Emo, Ontario, the white number 14F. And he will line up alongside Scott Herrick, scheduled to start the white and orange 00 from Proctor. The back line will see Roger Powell from Hibbing in the 13 and Corey Jorgensen from Hermantown in the 16. So 24 cars, everybody who came to play tonight in the feature. 25 laps, $1,500 to win. The first of two 25-lap features for the Wissota late models tonight. Very, very competitive field here for this one. And there are some very good cars, Jerry, that are going to have to make some headway through the field in order to get toward the front. A lot of traffic to go through for some guys like Kyle Peterland and Terry Lillo, and even Brett Larson is going to have to pass about a half a dozen to get to the point. Zach Wohlers is a front runner. We've seen him win here. There's some cars that have got some work to do that you expect to see at the front, but they're going to have to pass some good quality people as well.
Yeah, you know, this is a pretty big field. You know, we don't usually see on a regular weekly race, we don't usually see a full field. Cars, we usually run between 17 and 20 cars here that show up, and not all of them make the feature. So, but this is a good field. It's going to be a heck of a race.
Hansen and Nelson into the green. And you have a crowd here tonight that's very partial to one or the other of those two drivers. But the caution flag comes out immediately, and not sure exactly why. Looking for debris, looking for a car around, nowhere to be found. Will
perhaps a bad start.
Could very well be. Not sure somebody was
not lined up the way the flagman wanted them. So try it again.
One more time. One of the things about racing up here, you have some very partial fans up here. They have their favorites, and they're very vocal about it.
Oh, they do. Very much so. And those polite Canadians always do a lot of cheering around here.
Canadians love their drivers. A lot of Harry Hansen fans. A lot. Darrell Nation, I like to call it. Darrell Nelson has a very strong army of fans.
Here's a look at that start. I don't know if you guys can pick anything up that outside row. Are they getting? See, somebody dropped inside.
Massengill went high. There's a car in the middle that just got a little bit out of line. Not sure who that was. Hansen will have the early advantage. And he'll slip to the high groove. That'll make Nelson check up just a bit. Nelson will hold on to second spot. Three-car battle for third, but never mind. A big mess over in turn number 1 involving a field.
A large kerfuffle going on in the
Kevin Carlson 79. Terry Lillo, UPI is moving now. Zach Wooler's not happy as 71D caught up in the mess. The 8 of Greg Hill is at the bottom here.
Is that Dave?
Kevin Carlson there in the 79 you see crawling out, or at least taking a look to make sure his car can continue.
Yeah, once their feet touch the track, they're out of the race. So you can't get out of your car during an incident like this. So
Mark Rose in the 28R. That's the 14F, the car with the blue roof on it. Greg Ferris, and now Kevin Carlson going to come over and discuss what happened with Zach Woolers. A difference of opinion, perhaps, but nonetheless, a lot of damage. You see Scott Herrick's 00. Resting atop Greg Ferris's 14F. Not sure who that is up against the wall. Behind Rose's 28. Is that the 16 of Chris Olson?
Yes, it is. The 16 Corey Jorgensen. I'm a believer in luck and maybe doing people, but so far, 2 people I said hi to as they were coming in tonight didn't react. So I'm sorry, Scott Herrick, and I'm sorry, Kerry LePage.
Take a look at it, guys. Take it, Sam.
See what we see here. Second 5 or so coming in through. Whoa. Well, Carlson got big time sideways and maybe a little error.
Oh, I think so. I think he got help.
It looked like he might have had a little help. Not sure who it was.
You don't swing 360s like that without a little help.
No.
Yeah, I think it was the 8, but we'll take a look at it again.
See if we can get another view here in just a moment.
That's what I thought, Greg Hill.
This time it'll be in a little bit of slow motion, so.
Kind of rooted in there. Let's see what's going on.
We'll look slower at it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Greg Hill's 8 car, unfortunately. Down at the bottom, and he's around, and that's just one right after another.
It looks like he's coming down on him there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Carlson was coming down, and Hill was at about as low to the track as he could get. So those two got together.
A used car sale going on.
Ooh. That's hitting close to home. That's my old occupation there, bud.
Well, I used to work in the auto shop, so you know.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah, and my driveway kind of looks like it now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you know. We live on the middle of a dead end, up a dead end.
Oh.
What do we got out there? We got a 1988 Ford van, several 90s.
I tease my stepson. He's got 4 vehicles in my driveway, or in my yard. There's just twice as many as I own, and half as many as I own that run. And actually, that's kind of not entirely accurate because the dump truck isn't his.
Yes.
So the record crews again working a little extra here this evening. Greg Ferris in the 14F. That's the blue car to the right of the screen there. They'll try and disconnect him just a little bit. Apparently they've got him loose, so he'll roll away under his own power. That's a good sign for him. And it's 71 to Zach Wohler is next to be assisted. Here's the shot again, and right in the bottom of the turn. Greg Hill in the white 8 and Kevin Carlson in the 79 getting together. When Carlson went around, looked like Trevor Wilson had nowhere to go and drove right over his nose piece. And then, of course, the rest of the field, or the remainder of the involved gathered up. There's Mark Rose's 28R able to roll away. He's going to stop real quick and have the safety crews take a look. Take a snoop here real quick. Let me know if I'm ready to go, he says. Wash the window, check the oil, would you please? Ferris has been checked over. Looks like that car will be able to continue on its own with minimal ills. And that is Corey Jorgensen. Apologies, I thought there was Chris Olson a bit ago, but that is Corey Jorgensen rolling away. He was the one who was parked up against the wall, or got pinched up against the wall in that incident. So the 16 car able to keep going, and now working feverishly on Zach Wohler's 71D car to make sure he is okay to go. A lot of racing remaining here this evening. Immediately following the conclusion of this race, we'll have the pure stock feature and then the second of our twin 25s for the late models. And Jerry, you know better than I do, but the remainder of the schedule here at the Amsoil Speedway doesn't get any easier from this point forward here in the month of August.
No, we're looking at
busy.
Coming up this coming Friday of next week is the visit, next to the last visit for the Blaine Brothers Minnesota Late Model Challenge Series. So you'll see this car, these cars, plus numerous others that did not make the trip tonight, such as John Canta and maybe Scott Ward and some of the guys that are running in the front of the pack for that $10,000 to win that series. So next Friday night's the night to be here if you want to see some all-out late model racing. Let's see, what have we got coming up next? I don't know. I go week by week.
Well, the USMTS Modified Series coming up as a midweek show. And
on Wednesday the 13th. That'll be a good one.
A week from the following Friday is the season finale here.
Yep, season
22nd,
finale.
I believe it is.
Yes, and then we take a couple of weeks off.
And then get to come back for
the Northern Nationals. That will feature the IRA sprints on Friday night. You saw those guys down at Ashland here last
put on a whale of a show
week, and then we'll have late models and all kinds of good stuff going on during the Northern Nationals.